Hi, I'm Mike Reynolds, a senior reporter covering the media industry with S&P Global Market Intelligence, Tech, Media, and Telecom News Team. Welcome to MediaTalk, a podcast hosted by S&P Global, where the news and research staff explore issues in the ever-evolving media landscape. Today, we're lucky to be joined by John Lasker. John is the Senior Vice President of ESPN Direct-to-Consumer, and he has played an integral role in the development and now the August 21 launch of ESPN DTC, an enhanced app. It's a product that has many in the sports media industry buzzing since it was announced more than 18 months ago, owing to its potential to impact the streaming and linear realms. How are you doing today, John?
Mike, thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Thanks for taking the time to speak with us at Media Talk. August 21 is almost here. How are you feeling, John?
We're feeling great. This is a really exciting week for us. And as you know, Mike, our mission is to serve sports fans anytime, anywhere. And this week is a milestone in that regard. Really excited for the 21st and what we're about to release to fans and industry.
I believe the standalone ESPN DTC and enhanced app product was announced on an earnings call going back to February 7th of 2024. Did you start working on it then, John, or how long has it been in the works?
Actually, we like to say that this has been in the works for a very long time. You might hear me a bunch of times here during this conversation reference back to our mission to serve sports fans anytime, anywhere. We've been streaming live video since the early 2000s, right? So call it decades. You think about ESPN Broadband and ESPN 360, ESPN 3, Watch ESPN, ESPN Plus, all these things we've been able to build and present to sports fans in the spirit of serving those sports fans. What we're about to unlock here this week is just the next step in that. So know that the work didn't start 18 months ago. This is an iterative process for us in our pursuit to serve sports fans.
I got you. I think along the way, your various products also turned into Watch ESPN, which in turn became ESPN Plus. John, what's been the biggest challenge in taking this next step forward in the technological jump here?
We're doing a lot of things at once. This isn't just taking our linear networks and offering them direct to consumer. It's also unlocking these immense features and functionalities throughout our ESPN app ecosystem. Again, in the spirit of you're trying to engage and serve sports fans better than we ever have before. We're releasing a new product called SportsCenter for You, which again is a great innovation that we're trying to bring to sports fans to leverage fans' interest in personalized product and deliver one of the greatest, most well-known shows in the sports industry directly to fans in a personalized way. So the complication or the challenge, if you will, is doing all of those things in this one sort of time frame, but it's also the people here at the Walt Disney Company and ESPN are up for the challenge, as we always are, and are really excited to get into it this week.
We'll talk about SportsCenter for you a little bit later, but my SportsCenter is going to be different than John Lasker's SportsCenter. Is that right?
That is right. The way we like to think about it is SportsCenter is one awesome show that we deliver on ESPN that serves millions and millions of sports fans. So the idea is to do the inverse of that. Not to take away from that, which is an awesome product, but then also lever the great product that SportsCenter is and deliver 1 million of them to sports fans so that everybody's getting what it is that they want and expect from SportsCenter in a personalized way.
All right. No pressure here, John, but I think Disney CEO Bob Iger has called ESPN DTC an enhanced app product as being one of the most important steps ESPN has taken really since it secured full season NFL rights, which was a long time ago. So do you feel the pressure?
No, we don't. I think we're always under pressure. And it's under pressure to deliver to sports fans, right? That is our mission. And again, this is our next step in being able to do that. And we're really excited about it. We also think about this, what we're about to do here on the 21st as exactly that. It's a step. It's not a finish line. It's not an end game. It's not a finished product. None of that is true. This is all just a new foundation for us to start serving sports fans in more compelling and unique ways.
I got you. The platform and the technology side, though, the bedrock of this product is everything you guys have. This is ESPN2, You, News, Deportes, the SEC Network, the ACC Network, your ESPN on ABC, ESPN Plus, 3, SECN, ACCNX. All told, I think, was it 48,000 live events, all the on-demand you have. All of the studio shows for $29.99 a month, John. This is the entire ESPN enchilada?
This is all of it. Yeah. One of the core things that we're excited about here is really simplifying our content offering, right? Where you could get all of ESPN all in one place, right? That is the tagline that we have out there in the marketplace, our marketing campaign make it really simple for fans, right? Not to distinguish between networks and channels. One subscription in one app, get all of ESPN.
And to even further simplify this, the new product can be bundled with Disney Plus and Hulu for the same price at $29.99 a month over the next year. John, as you look at this, is this being aimed at people that are not in the traditional linear landscape? This is the cord nevers, cord cutters, maybe young people that never gravitated to their parents' TV watching platforms.
That's right, Mike. What we're trying to do here is deliver a direct-to-consumer product that allows ESPN to be available to more people than ever before. Again, our mission to serve sports fans. Sports fans are everywhere, so we're trying to be everywhere.
Jimmy Pitaro, I think, is a scorecard of that number, like 60 million. So there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that have either left the ecosystem or have decided not to enter the MVPD ecosystem. And also, it's really important to note that the product that we're unlocking, we're making it available to that MVPD ecosystem as well, right? So we're not trying to create a product to pull people out. We want people to be subscribers of ESPN and be subscribers however they decide to be subscribers. And if they want to be a subscriber through an MVPD service, we're extremely excited about that. And we are going to make the ESPN DTC product available to those subscribers as we would those that decide to come to us directly. And your point on the Disney Plus and Hulu bundle, we're really excited about that. And it'll be clear that is a priority for us when you start seeing the marketing campaigns and the messaging. And obviously the pricing in itself is a highlight of that, it being $29.99, which is the same price of the ESPN Unlimited on its own. And we think that's an amazing offer, right? To suggest you get the best of sports, you have the best of family entertainment, and the best of general entertainment with Hulu and Disney Plus and ESPN all together in one package. We think it is super compelling, and we're expecting a lot of great feedback on that.
You've had ESPN Plus now, which has been a great supplement to the linear networks with field hockey games, with soccer games, all kinds of sports, a lot from the collegiate level and other things. Are you guys going after that group as well to trade up? I think that product goes for $11.99.
That's right. In that product, it's $11.99. There's also a large amount of those subscribers that are what we call trio bundle subscribers that have bought into the package of ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu. So there's also some signals there that we've gotten over the past 7 years of having ESPN Plus in the marketplace that tells us what these compelling offers are and how fans would or customers would react to them. And yes, that ESPN Plus subscriber base was over 20 million today, and they're a really important subscriber base to us, and they are highly passionate, highly engaged subscribers. And they're not just coming to us to watch content on ESPN Plus, they're navigating throughout our ESPN ecosystem and watching and engaging in many of our product. And so, yes, we're going to be very focused on engaging those subs and trying to get them to be subscribers of the whole product.
John, here's the point. You're going to tell me how many people are going to sign up for ESPN DTC Enhanced app over the course of the first couple of years.
If I would be able to tell you, I'd probably be on a beach and a lottery winner at some point.
Fair enough. Okay. There was a bevy of announcements going back to August 6th and 7th, including that the new product would launch on August 21st. I'm going to try to scorecard a little bit here. Pending the okay from NFL owners and regulatory approval, ESPN will down the road own NFL Network, take linear control of NFL Red Zone, and combine NFL fantasy with ESPN's to form what will amount to the league's official fantasy game. That's an exchange for the NFL gaining a 10% stake in ESPN Inc., but none of those are going to be in play right away, not in 2025.
That's right. It has to go through the appropriate sort of regulatory processes, which I can't comment on. And we're really excited about the announcement and anxious to get going.
But for this year, you did some licensing deals that an enhanced NFL highlights package, which will be incorporated into the new product. At launch, ESPN DTC and enhanced subscribers will get access to select out-of-market NFL preseason games, which I guess since you're going to start on the 21st, there's a couple games that night. I think it's the Steelers and the Panthers and maybe the Giants and the Patriots. So that's going to be right in play. That's going to kick off right away.
We'll have more to say about those games very shortly here. Yes, we will have a package of preseason games, and there's not that many left.
So next season, you're going to have a lot of games that way.
That's right.
Okay. All right. I think ESPN DTC will bundle the league's its NFL premium package, and that's going to bring an added benefit to ESPN DTC customers immediately before the regulatory closing in the form of access to NFL Network and NFL Red Zone this coming season for those without traditional MVP MVPD access. Is that right, John? I know there's been so many. I'm trying to keep it all straight here.
Yeah, the design around the NFL Plus Premium relationship is we're bundling the ESPN direct to consumer product, our ESPN Unlimited plan, alongside NFL Plus Premium. We think
Okay.
the marrying of those two highly premium sports streaming products is a super compelling proposition for sports fans. And yes, we will have that out of the gate right for the start of
Okay.
this NFL season.
Okay. As we look into 26, you guys did a deal with ESPN and ABC. Their draft coverage will wind up on ESPN DTC. And also, you did, I think, a $1.6 billion deal to make the top live events from WWE, including WrestleMania and SummerSlam, available on the new product.
Yeah, so we're excited about both of those. The history with the NFL draft and ESPN is pretty incredible. I think this deal will see us through 50 plus years of the NFL draft being on ESPN. And yeah, we have an expanded set of distribution rights and plans to make sure that the NFL draft gets in front of more people across ESPN and the Walt Disney Company's platforms. And we're so excited about the WWE joining the family here. And yeah, we will have a minimum of 10, what we call the PLEs,
Right.
every year, which does include those events, the Royal Rumbles, the WrestleManias, the SummerSlams.
SummerSlams, all that good
those
stuff.
events. Yep,
Okay.
very excited.
All right. We talked a little while ago about the personalized sports center, but there's some other features that are coming on board with the new products. Can you talk about those a little bit, John?
Yeah, I mean, they fall in three categories. We've mentioned SportsCenter for You, which is a new show that's designed very specifically to the individual. There will be an AI voice. We've contracted with 4 of our existing ESPN SportsCenter talent. So we're going to leverage their voice through AI to effectively call the highlights and the program for each individual. And then the highlights themselves will be sourced and curated into the show, in large part driven by the user's implicit and explicit personalized behaviors. I'm very excited about that and what that can mean for us and for sports fans in the future. So that's number one. Number two is a product that we're calling Stream Center, which I'm really excited about, which allows effectively a fan to connect their phone to the ESPN app on their connected TV device and have a secondary screen in their hand, right? So while they're watching the game on the full big screen, they can get all the stats, the data, the betting, the fantasy, all of those things in the palm of their hand. And the key there is that all of that data within the phone and in your hand will be synced to the video feed, right? So no spoilers. So you won't see the play happening on your phone when it hasn't happened yet on the television set. And then the last part is on the connected TV device itself, right? So put the phone down, no phone in the hand, fans will be able to enact a squeeze back experience, right? So it shrinks, if you will, a little bit of the video screen and presents an array of features that sort of tie directly to the games. Again, call it stats and catch up to live with highlights and betting and fantasy, shop and commerce. And then on around that, there's also on the CTV device some enhanced video integrations, right? Highlighted by multi-view, right? Where a fan can watch multiple games at the same time and or watch multiple feeds from a single game at the same time.
You had alluded to this earlier in this conversation. Again, the product is going to be available to your traditional linear subscribers. If I'm a Charter guy, DirecTV, Verizon Fios, Fubo, Hulu, and some other operators, they're going to be able to engage with the new product at launch. I'm a Verizon video subscriber, John. How will I access the ESPN DTC Enhanced app?
So when you come to the app, you would tell us that you're a Verizon subscriber. You'd easily be able to link your Verizon account to your either existing and or newly created your Disney account, and then you're off and running. We know who you are, why you can get the product, and you can enjoy all the features, functionality, video that we have to offer.
All right. On the other side, Comcast and Xfinity customers, Cox, Dish, YouTube, Sling TV, you don't have deals with those guys yet? Is that something you're working on?
Yeah, we're always working on our distribution deals and working with our distribution partners to bring more value to the customers in that ecosystem. I mentioned earlier how important those fans and customers are to us, and we'll keep working hard to make sure that all of them will get access to ESPN Unlimited.
All right. We're getting to the end here, John. I've been seeing an ad promo with John Cena and I guess ESPN App Man. I don't know what you call him, but they're looking at a whiteboard. It's headlined by the words, the all new ESPN App Team. It lists teams, properties, some of your on-air talent before cutting to images of the inimitable Stephen A. Smith and Scott Van Pelt. You see the Ohio State Buckeye guys lifting the championship CFP football trophy. There's Lamar Jackson. There's Jalen Brunson, Caitlin Clark, Coco Gauff, and Scotty Scheffler. I love the ad. Are we going to see a lot more creative? And what do you call your ESPN app mascot guy?
So first off, ESPN app mascot guy is App E. So APP-E. Yeah.
Happy is happy.
Appy is happy. We're really excited to have been able to introduce him to the world. You will see a lot of Appy on the TV screen and in various places throughout the country, helping us promote what we're doing and promoting the ESPN app. And yeah, the campaign, I'm glad to hear you rattle off all the components of that spot in particular. I think it's one of the best sort of campaigns that ESPN has unleashed to support a product. And you'll see a lot more of it. It's really important for us to make sure that fans understand what it is that we're doing here and understand how to get it, what it is, what the features and the functionalities are, and the overall sort of value proposition. And yeah, I believe that the John Cena and Appy spot is just the beginning of an array of creative that you'll see to support those efforts.
Our Kagan research guys have estimated the various linear networks, the value, the monthly affiliate fee is about $19. ESPN Plus has been retailing for $11.99. At that level, maybe we're talking about $31 if that's right, or ballpark. So the new product at $29.99 per month is a bit of a discount. Can you talk about that at all?
I really can't on the pricing side. What I can tell you is what we're trying to do is make our product, which is the ESPN networks, available to as many people as possible. And the pricing that we put out here in the market for the direct-to-consumer offering, we believe is in line with the premium aspect of that proposition.
Okay.
And are going to continue to do that, as well as encourage those in the MVPD ecosystem and universe to stay subscribed to ESPN via that mode as well.
August 21st, you guys are launching. You're not the only streaming service going to bow that day. Fox One is coming on board with its Fox Sports news and entertainment program. And then I think it's October 2nd. You guys are going to be bundled together. Did that make a lot more work for you, John, or has that been in the work for a long time?
All these things come together in various ways, forms, and length of time. Yeah, I can't say that this is one that we've been working on for a long time, but it makes a lot of sense. From a sports perspective, the content that Fox brings to the table through their Fox broadcast network and their FS1 cable channel, combined with all the great things that we already know to be true from a sports perspective from ESPN, we think that proposition at $39.99 is a really compelling one for sports fans. We're really excited about getting that out to the marketplace in early October and working with the team over at Fox.
Okay. Two more.
Sure.
In terms of all the new things that are coming on board, what's your favorite feature?
And it's hard you're asking me to pick my favorite child.
There you go. There you go.
What I'm most excited about is the collection. And that might sound like a cop-out, but all the things that we talked about, the multi-view, the squeeze back, and the interactive features on CTV, the SportsCenter app-to-app linking, the higher resolution video quality, all of these things are incredible. And it's hard to suggest that one of those is more important than the other.
Okay.
Really, what ESPN represents is this great sort of ecosystem for sports fans. And we think we're bringing to the table a bunch of new features and functionality that the collective is really what the difference is, not any of the individual features.
And I think you may have just answered my last question already by saying those are all the reasons I should buy this product.
Yeah, look, the ESPN app is already the number one sports app, right? We think we're making it incrementally better with not just the introduction of those features, but now putting ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN and ABC, and the list of networks that you suggested before in the palm of people's hands and on their connected TV devices within the ESPN app. And yeah, we believe it's every sports fan's dream. And again, on the 21st, we believe it's only day one of the new ESPN, and we'll continue to iterate on the product and the offering from the 21st and beyond, and continue to engage with fans and continue to create great value for sports fans.
All right. That concludes this episode of Media Talk. I wanted to thank our guest, John Lasker, for giving us a little bird's eye view about the new ESPN DTC and enhanced app. It's going to launch on August 21st. Thank you so much for joining us, John.
Mike, thanks for having me.
All right. And this is Mike Reynolds. Thanks to all of you for listening. We'll catch up soon on the next edition of Media Talk.